Hello, this is Roger, Low Vision Product Manager here at HumanWare. In this video, I'd like to show you how to use the explorē handheld and tabletop magnifier in the new optional folding activity stand that's just become available to use with it. This stand can be helpful for reading, writing, or doing other activities where both hands may be required. So I'm going to slide my explorē out of the way and show you a couple of things on the explorē that you need to adjust in order to use it in the stand effectively. Now, you must update the software if you have an older unit to version 1.3. We have videos and instructions available, as well as a download of the software on our website support pages for explorē devices. So once you've done that, you will also want to power it on. On the left side is a power button that I'll press, turn my device on. I'll lay it down flat here. And now to enter the menu, I'm going to press and hold this orange button in the middle here, and I'll get a menu of options. And there are two options that I want you to pay attention to. They are found in the touchscreen menu right here. So let's tap touchscreen and we'll go in. Everything that has a check on the right-hand side is turned on. So you can see there's a lot of touchscreen options turned on by default, including a temporary focus lock that I'll explain to you in just a moment. That focus lock is only usable when you are using the stand. The other two that I would like you to turn on are the toggle button and the image overview. The toggle button is an absolute necessity for using the stand. The image overview is an option. So I'll show you how that works and you decide if you want that on or off for the long haul. We can back out of our menu here. And you'll notice it says distance on the screen there. I'll explain that to you in just a moment. Let's power it off and set it aside for a moment. Now, let's take a look at the folding activity stand. So it's folded up nice and flat here. I'm going to lift it up so you can see the left edge. And you'll see on the arm there, there's an orange button with a big notch into it. Take a look at the right edge of it. There is one on the right arm as well. Now this stand is about 12 inches by 16 inches, has a gray flat area for placing things onto. And then as part of the arms, you'll see this black area in the middle here. This is the device tray. So let's go ahead and do the first step of opening this stand by placing two fingers on the gray tableau underneath, and then we'll lift with the device tray until we hear a good click. There we go, it's clicked into place. That was those two buttons on the side, locking it up into the upright position. So now we are folded up. I'll turn it so you can see the sides. We're at about a 45-degree angle now. The next step is to open the device tray. It's still folded upside down. So I'll reach around to the back side of it and rotate that up over to the top. And now it's ready to receive my explorē. So I'll bring my explorē over, and with two hands, I'll place the bottom edge where the three buttons are into the tray. And it's a slight rotation and it drops right into place on the stand. Let's set a document underneath here. And I'll go ahead and power it on again. Recall, the power button is on the upper left-hand edge of the device. Slight tap there, and we'll power on. Notice it says distance. That's really important. Now, something that wasn't on the screen before and is what we just turned on is a toggle button. And that toggle button is in the upper left corner here. It looks like a piece of paper with a small T on it. T, paper, text. Okay, so let's tap that. And you'll see we immediately come into focus on the document that I placed on my activity stand. I can now use my gestures to zoom in and zoom out. So you can see I've gone into 7.3x there. I can use my buttons to zoom in and zoom out. So that's a zoom in, the minus is zooming out. I can use my contrast button in the middle to find a contrast that's comfortable for me. There's a nice white on black that I like to use. And the next thing that I want to show you is that overview gesture. So we turn that on. It's a two-finger gesture where I place two fingers on the screen, slide them down, and we will zoom all the way out to 1x. As long as I keep my fingers on the screen, I'll stay at that level of magnification until I orientate myself to where I want to release. So this can be helpful for orientating you to what you're trying to magnify. And once you release, you'll go right back to the zoom level you were at previously. Now, there's another gesture that's turned on here, and that is a auto lock functionality. And to do this, I will double tap with one finger, and you'll see a lock come onto the screen. And basically what we've done is lock the focus at the level of that document underneath. So this can be really helpful if I'm going to complete something like a tax form here where I need to fill out box 1. And you can see the box remains in focus, but my pen and fingers are out of focus. So we have locked the focus on the document, so the camera is not continuously trying to focus on the pen or my fingers, which are at a higher level than that document. So this can be really helpful so the cameras aren't constantly coming in and out of focus while you're doing things with your hands. So in this case, I demonstrated writing. However, it could be the same if you were trying to say, change a watch battery underneath the magnifier. To turn that autofocus lock off, just double tap on the screen and the lock will go away. Now, in the upper left corner, you may notice that we now see a set of 3 mountains in the icon up there. Mountains equal distance, or handheld mode. So when I tap them, we are going to switch the camera that's being used. Camera is going to be looking off into the distance. I can take it out of the stand. Let's tap our contrast button and come back to full color here. I'm looking over across the room here now at my explorē box. I can zoom in and zoom out onto it. And when I want to, I have that little T symbol up there. I can tap that, place my device back into the activity stand, and now I'm doing magnification again with my explorē. So once I've completed my activities or whatever it is that I'm doing for the day, I can first power my explorē off by pressing the power button in the upper left side of the unit. It powers off. We'll take our documents out from underneath. We'll remove our explorē by lifting on the top edges and rotating slightly to bring it out, set it aside. And now we just reverse what we did in order to open our stand. So first, we rotate the device tray to the back. Then we go on to the arms and find those notches in the orange buttons, press them, and lower the arms right back into the folded position. At this point, I can place everything into my carry bag for either storage or to carry with me to the next place that I want to use my explorē and stand. I hope that you find this video to be helpful. Please provide feedback on the explorē, the stand, or anything else that we do here at HumanWare. Your feedback is the only way that we can continue to improve what we do and make things better for you. Thank you for viewing.